Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This reading is a reading that I was prompted to do, geared and directed towards starseeds on the journey who are feeling very weary, tired, and unfulfilled at this time. And it could be that you're struggling with your appetite. Maybe you don't have much of one. Perhaps you're not sleeping well. Perhaps those things that used to fulfill you maybe aren't fulfilling you anymore. And there's this feeling of being very tired and weary on the journey, both emotionally, all around, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So I was feeling led to do a reading for my fellow starseeds who are the feeling that I got was like dragging your feet on the journey. You're dragging yourself. It's like this feeling of like, I have to be here, but I don't want to be here type thing. Like, I always use the phrase because it's the only thing that can really explain it. You're in this earthly experience, right? You're experiencing this matrix, but you are a soul having a human experience, right? And it is this feeling of in the world, but not of it. So in other words, you're in this matrix reality experience, but it's not really your inherent home and vibration. Do you see? Some people take that out of context, saying, oh, but you are the entire universe. Yes, I know this. But that doesn't take away. We are the universe literally experiencing itself. And right now we're experiencing it in this physical matrix, which is so strange and foreign to our inherent being. So when I say, and I use the phrase in the world but not of it, that's what I mean. And as starseed, you can feel slightly removed because some inherent part of you realizes this is not normal, right? This is not your normal inherent vibration, and it's so far removed from the real you, which is free and not confined within a world of limitation. So I don't expect everybody to resonate with that or understand or even get me. I hope that those of you who click on this channel found this message right now because you do. Okay, but I don't have any expectation that everybody will connect with it. It is a general reading in that sense. But I'm directing it at starseeds because that's what I was led to do. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with some oracle cards and see what messages come through. Hold on, this is the Healing with the Angels oracle. Okay. What do we have here? We have Emerging, New Beginnings, Answered Prayer, Retreat. Okay, that to me is freaking loud and clear, okay? The retreat energy, and I apologize for the lighting because my tarot table is right above or right in front of the window here, and the light comes in at different times of the day, depending on how, the sun is shining. But we have the retreat energy here. And that to me is basically saying off the bat that you need time to rest, retreat, recoup, relax, and find your center. There could be things in the journey right now where it seems like tumultuous waves and bumps and potholes in the road, right? And it's saying here, it's okay for you to rest. It's okay for you to remove your energy from things, people, and places and situations in order to ground yourself, figure yourself out, or just get back in touch with your center. Maybe go out into nature more, right? And you may have been with this energy wanting to do that naturally. And remember when I said in the beginning how like maybe your appetite is changing and shifting as well at this time? That, I don't know, it feels like that retreat card has something to do with it. Maybe the foods that you used to like aren't, you know, you don't like them anymore, or you've lost interest in them. And it's like, the feeling is the reason why you're maybe not wanting to eat as much or not wanting to eat certain foods that used to bring you pleasure is because you're changing, you're shifting, you're merging. We have the merging card here, and it's just not in alignment with you anymore. Maybe the frequency of eating also isn't as much. Like you maybe used to eat maybe 6 meals a day, right? Small meals a day. And now you're like down to like 2 or 3. Maybe you're fasting. But the reason why you're spiritually led, prompted, nudged, right? Maybe just physically you don't feel the appetite is because there's a shift going on in your body right now. And you're integrating, it feels like a lot of different energies. It's okay, please know it's okay to remove your energy at this time from anything, even food, right? Just honor your body, honor how you feel. If you're hungry, eat, yes. If you're not feeling hungry, it's okay. Just get maybe a little something in your belly. You know, make sure you're drinking water, that kind of thing. Just listen to your needs, whether it be to relax, rest, and retreat, or to cater to your appetite. You know, it's kind of like the feeling of, I don't know how many of you are mothers, right? When you have a toddler, they go through these mood swings with their food. One day they want to eat everything in sight, and then the next day they're like, not hungry, you know? And as a mother, you're like, well, you got to eat a little something, right? That's how this feels. Like, just get a little something in your body. Just, even if it's broth, even if it's like an egg, you know, whatever it is, just to hold you for the moment, you know? And when you're a mom, you don't want to like, you don't want to force your kid to eat, you know what I mean? But you want to, naturally want to make sure they're fed. But it's this feeling of allowing them to intuitively eat, right? And this is the same thing here. Eat intuitively. Just, yeah, you got to pick and choose your battles, right? As a mom too, with your little ones when they don't want to eat or when they want to eat everything, right? There's no need to fight with them in that case, you know, okay, fine. Trust me, when they're hungry, they will eat. But that's the feeling here. Just allow yourself intuitively to listen to your body, what it needs, when it needs it. It's okay for you to take a step back from things in order to recoup, calibrate, or recalibrate and acclimate yourself at this time, because it does feel like with the emerging energy, you are going through a major shift and change here. The beautiful thing about this, even though it feels and seems so uncomfortable right now, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, right? You're experiencing these shifts and this vibrational change that's affecting you on a lot of different levels, and you're feeling weary about it. It's because, in all honesty, your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered. And I'm getting emotional just saying that out loud. And the feeling is here, you had to like integrate and upgrade yourself. And it's not easy to shift from one state of being into another. It takes a toll on you in all directions. And that weariness, that struggle, that dragging of your feet, it feels like, on the journey, is you leveling up, upgrading your energy, your vibe, your being, purging, in preparation of a purpose, a plan, in preparation of a prayer, in preparation of a manifestation, something that you have wanted answered for some time. And you have the new beginning here. So it's saying to you that you're shedding this old skin to level up and upgrade into the new version of you who is going to be a vibrational match for the answered prayer, which gives you a fresh start and a new beginning. That retreat energy is saying you've been going through another stage or level of awakening and healing. And you're emerging, you're coming into full bloom, and that is a transmutative process. So you've been going through some transmutative work as well in preparation of this new beginning. Because the old facets of you, again, the old aspects of who you were, didn't match who you're becoming. The feeling is you've asked for this. You asked for this new beginning. You've asked for this answered prayer. And Spirit's like, well, I had to help you go through this vibrational shift to prepare you for what you asked for. And that's painful, I know. You know, the feeling is growing pains, you know, growing pains. That is painful. And a lot of the pain that you feel, what I'm hearing is a lot of the pain that you feel is from previous woundings in your earthly experiences that had to be released, uprooted, healed, purged. Because the feeling is we couldn't have that lingering in your energy field into this new chapter of your journey. It's pretty intense, the feeling that this is giving me. I want a Angel Answers card as well. All right, there's two. Oh my gosh, could it get any better than that? Look at this. Peaceful resolution. The situation will improve. So Spirit is trying to encourage you and say, look, things are going to get better. Right now they feel like shit. Let's just be honest. They feel shitty, right? You're going through a crazy energetic shift. You're emerging into this new chapter of your journey, and it hasn't been pleasant. It has not been easy. The feeling is here. I see your tears. I've seen you cry. I felt your pain as you were feeling that pain too. Wow, this kind of cuts deep, guys. Wow. And the reason why, right, is because you are us and we are you. That's why. So when you cry, I feel that pain is the feeling here. Right? Like your guides are saying, your guides are you, you are them, right? And every time they see you cry, they feel that. Every time your heart hurts, they feel that. They feel everything that you feel with you. Your guides are saying there is a peaceful resolution. the situation will improve. They want you to know that this is not going to last forever, whatever it is that you're feeling. Your prayers are being answered even when you can't see and feel like they are. We know the earth journey isn't easy. We know that you walk around most of the time like a foreigner in a strange land. That feeling of homesickness, it's palatable. But the weariness and the struggle that you feel right now is because you are integrating so many aspects. Upgrading, leveling up, transmuting, purging, releasing, letting go, healing, and emerging into this new chapter, a new beginning of your path and your purpose that you asked for. No one said it was going to be easy. I think you knew that too when you signed up for this, right? You chose to share your light and be a light. But like Bob Ross says, right? You can't see the light without the dark. So as a starseed, yes, you will undergo shadow work. And not just one, a few. Dark nights of the soul. Maybe even a few existential crises. Where you question the meaning and purpose of everything around you, including your own path. But please know, you're in that liminal in-between space, emerging from the old into the new, and that is the most uncomfortable place to be. We acknowledge this. And we feel your pain through it. So you're not alone. Your heartache is our heartache as well. What you currently are experiencing right now, whatever troubles, strife, upset, upheaval in your journey, there is going to be a peaceful resolution to all this. All this is going to resolve itself, work itself out, and this situation will indeed improve. It's not going to stay this way forever, because that's not what you signed up for either. You didn't sign up to constantly be climbing a mountain. You didn't sign up to constantly be getting knocked down. Because that's bullshit right there, right? We didn't know. No. You didn't sign up for that. Not long term. Not for the entirety of your journey here. The universe is not cruel like that. Even though the matrix, physical reality will make you believe that. This is the Star Tarot. Thing is that, you know, the feeling is also here that you guys feel so deeply. Everything. From a simple blade of grass. Do you know what I mean? To the beauty of a simple blade of grass. To how colorful a flower is. Like you feel everything. And that can be very overwhelming. So when you do feel beauty to such an extent, and then on top of that, you feel pain to such an extent, you see, it can be very overwhelming when you feel everything so much all the time. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Tower. So remember when I was saying there's some upheaval going on, some conflict, maybe with the 3 of Swords of Head and Heart. The Queen of Swords is super resilient, though. Super, super resilient. She has the backbone of steel, so she's telling us that you're going to get through this. You're right now in the middle of the upheaval on your journey. Let's see if we can get one more card. Like literally, she's sitting right there in between the 2 energies, right, of the 3 of Swords and the Tower. Let's see if we can get one more. Oh, look, how perfect could that be? You see that? Temperance. That is healing. That is alchemy. That's the alchemy that you're doing right now. That is the peaceful resolution. That is the situation improving right here with the Temperance energy. I'm so happy that that showed up to confirm it. And that's also, to me, energy of your guides, you know, your higher self even guarding and protecting and helping you alchemize and balance and transmute all these disparate energies you currently feel in the journey. Here's the paradigm shift, right? With the Tower energy, the upheaval, the dragging of your feet, maybe with the 3 of Swords as well, the struggle of the head and the heart, the disparate energy, and how it makes you feel, right? It puts you sometimes in a state of sorrow and confusion because the clouds are there and you can't really see things clearly. But the Tower and the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords has the Sword of Truth. The Sword of Truth eventually delivers the clarity, the insight, the knowing, the knowledge, and awareness that you need to make something clear when you find yourself in a state like this of the 3 of Swords. So does the Tower. You have that breakdown to have a breakthrough. Your world gets shooken up in some way. And it's only when the dust settles that you start to see things clearly for what they are and for what they aren't. Again, the clarity and the ability to stand in your truth after the fact. Here is the pain, right? The old traumas, perhaps even the old sadness that needs to be purged. Here goes the paradigm shift and the breakthrough, in a sense, where it breaks it down to get rid of it, right? Because you can't build forward. You can't go forward in this new beginning over here, right? If the old foundation of the past doesn't come crumbling down to make room for the new to enter with the new beginning. The Tower is a card of change, and it's not always the easiest one. You know, it's one of those cards that, you know, we go through it with the Tower. But it's so that way, you know, these old facets of self can go crumbling to the ground because you can't build your future based on that old hardware, right? You do need the upgrades. You do need the leveling up. And sometimes, again, in order to receive this new, you got to get rid of that old hardware, software that isn't working for this actual upgrade, your computer upgrade that you're getting. Like in the beginning, you know, the feeling was coming through that you asked for this, right? You asked for this. And in order to give it to you, right, you gotta break down the old paradigms, the old patterns, the old way of being, thinking, believing, the old system within your mind, body, heart, and spirit. You got to get rid of all that because it doesn't work. It's not going to work where you're going now or what you're going to be doing next with your path and purpose. In order to emerge new, you had to get rid of that. And here is the difficult process of it. But Spirit is also saying here with the Queen of Swords, you know, this journey of transmutative work, shadow work, purging, releasing, healing the wounds, Three of Swords, right? And shaking that up within yourself. And going through that healing process. It's not for the faint of heart. The Queen of Swords is a badass. Like, she's been through so much in her life. And she has that backbone of steel. Trust me, there's no way that you would be put on this earth if you weren't going to survive it, overcome it, and beat the game itself. The feeling is here, are you playing to win? Because this is a game. Are you in it to win it? You're a spiritual badass. You're a warrior. Queen of Swords is definitely that. We also have the butterfly on her chest, which is a symbol of transformation, metamorphosis, and transmutation. So you have been undergoing this, and it feels awful. I know. Miserable, weary, painful, right? We also have the eagle on the card, which is a symbol of higher perspective. After the change has been transformed, or after the change has been completed, there's higher perspective. We also have the swans, which are a symbol of change and magic. Magical transformation. So right now, there is a magical transformation taking place in your life. You're just maybe in the thick of it, that you can't see that at the moment, but we do, and we're trying to encourage you that this too shall pass. There is a peaceful resolution. The situation will improve. You will come out on top when all is said and done, because you didn't sign up to be in pain forever. That's not what you agreed to. It's not what you agreed to at all. Balance will be found. You have the Temperance here. Balance and harmony will be found. Right now, the Three of Swords is not in harmony. It's confused head and heart. But eventually, Queen of Swords gains her perspective and her truth, and she stands resilient in that, her inner truth, because it shines through. She has the star on her crown there, okay? The Tower is just shaking it up. It's falling apart, so everything that you asked for with that answered prayer card can fall into place. And then here is the full integration of you, every aspect of you, past, present, future, heavenly and earthly, with Temperance. You won't be walking around much longer feeling like you're in the world but not of it, you see. That's that difficult feeling that we, as Starseeds, we tend to carry around with us a lot because we feel like a foreigner in this weird dynamic of physicality, full of so much restriction and limitation that we're just on an inherent soul level not used to. So with the Temperance there, it's telling me there will be a full integration taking place. You will be whole, complete. No more of this disparate energy of head and heart. No more feeling stuck in the middle between heavenly and earthly. That Temperance is integrating all aspects of yourself. As above, so below. So within, so without. And your healing will be complete. Your guides are looking out for you. Your higher self is in charge. Another thing about the Temperance is that I always call her the mixologist, right? She always manages with the with the cups to find a happy balance between two opposing ingredients, right? Consider heavenly and earthly, spiritual and physical. She, to me, finds a solution. And here we have the solution card, resolution card. Peaceful resolution, peaceful solution, right? And resolution. Balance, peaceful and harmonized, right? Peaceful is harmony. So a harmonized solution, a harmonized resolution, a harmonized healing with the temperance. Everything coming into balance and alignment once more, but for the greatest good of your journey moving forward into your new beginning, where you are able then to be your most authentic and true self. Queen of Swords holding the sword of truth, right? And emerging into the fully faceted version of you that you're meant to become. This is you being your truest self. You're living your most authentic life, fulfilling your purpose in all its authenticity. The confusion finally cleared up. The disparity finally balanced and brought into harmony. No more of that fighting within your own mind, body, heart, and spirit anymore. The Tower comes in to shake that up, break it down, and allow it to fall apart. Also, you can be harmonized, integrated, and put back into place in perfect balance and harmony with your spiritual and your physical self. Let's see if we can get a final oracle card. This is the Priestess of Light. Okay, so it says deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. You see that? Yeah, and most of us starseeds obviously have been here more than once. So to me, that makes sense. Let's see what it says. I'm sorry, I lost my place for a minute there. The Priestess of the Depths welcomes you to a side of life that most people never explore. The sacred triangle above her head represents the trinity of time, past, present, and future. This is surrounded by the circle of eternity, reminding you of the unending nature of life, cyclical, continuous, and connected. And the feeling is here that feeling of like separateness, right, that we can often experience in the earthly journey. It's painful, right? Again, the integration of not feeling that separateness from you, the universe, God, creator, spirit, goddess, as a whole. You won't feel separate. And a lot of starseeds struggle with the feeling of separateness because we feel like this earthly realm experience, game, whatever you want to call it, matrix, is not our inherent vibration and home. So we tend to feel separateness a lot and on a deep emotional level. So yeah, so far the card itself makes sense, but let's keep going. The ocean is layered with currents of all different speeds and directions. These layers of moving vibrations are like the emotions of your life. It's time to understand your patterns of motivation and reaction and recognize how you are affected by things going on beneath the surface. Profound feelings you might not be facing are often still strong enough to direct your destiny, whether you want them to or not. Again, the patterns, and that's what the Tower is doing. It's coming to break them down, uproot them for healing even. Longing, attachment, and fear could send you in entirely different directions than you desire. Such influences may stem from past lives. But whatever the origin, you need not be stuck with them forever. Like I said, you're not meant to be climbing up mountains and falling down them, okay? That's not what you signed up for. Definitely not. That's what it's saying here. You don't need to be stuck with these energies forever. Look honestly at the patterns of your life to identify the undercurrents of emotion that are misdirecting you. Affirm that you can release toxic emotions and let go of longing and need. Call upon your own eternal spirit to help you navigate these depths of feeling and influence. The power of your soul transcends all limits of time, space, and energetic currents. You will be able to take conscious advantage of each moment and achieve joy in all the currents of your present experience. And sometimes we can struggle to feel joy because we feel, again, longing for something we can't name, and that, you know, oftentimes it brings a sense of separateness. It says the present is a drop of life that cannot be separated from the vast ocean that is your eternal truth. Right? I was talking about living a life of authenticity moving forward, living your truth, emerging into, right, the most truest version of you. You'll be free to be your true self. So choose to infuse it with power and peace. Affirmation. I release longing and fear. I peacefully direct the current of my life in every present moment. So to conclude, and I do agree with that wholeheartedly, it does relate very much. I'm going to roll the dice for angel numbers just to see if we can get another message via, you know, the angel numbers themselves using the dice. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice to get additional messages via the numbers. These numbers can confirm some things I've already said in this reading, and or provide you with a message you need personally. I don't like to recommend a source because, for one, it could be one you don't like. I want you to find one that you resonate and connect with on a heart and soul level. And two, I don't want to imply that one source is better over another. You know, you have your own personal discernment. You'll be able to figure that out, which is the best source for you. And three, I don't like to give you a number interpretation or shortcut to the link, because I want you to find your own magic. Sometimes spirit will take us down the path to find other synchronicities, serendipity, and confirmation that we need on our journey. If I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I don't put the number interpretation in the comment section for this reason. Likewise, I ask that everybody refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section as well, because you don't want to rob anybody of finding their own magic. We all know how important some of those nuggets of confirmation can be, and we want everybody to find what they need. So let's see what numbers come up for you. Oh, wow, so we have 11, or actually that's 12, sorry. We have 12. No way, that's an 11. So 1211 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. It's weird that I could have sworn it was 11 when I rolled it, and it was a 12, and then we end up getting 11 anyway. So go ahead, 1211, look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Fellow Starseeds, please know that I'm with you. I love you. I care about you. That's why I'm doing these readings, in hopes that I can reach some of you, some of my family out there. So I send you much love. Please know that I feel it too. And I wish I could give you a really big hug right now. So anyhow, if you feel that this reading has helped, let me know in the comment section down below. You want to support my channel beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have cool things there that I make by hand on my free time. I'm a very creative spirit. I make crystal jewelry, amongst other things. So pay me a visit at any time, wherever you are. Please be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.